This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They go play action now. Taylor. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu. Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action, it's Taylor. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 57 yards. And the Lions will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Newton. This is the tight end Fant, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Newton. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Out of the gun, Newton. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
These two teams all tied after one. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Brooks gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Taylor's throw taken in by Chark. He finds some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st down, Swift. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action with Taylor. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. Now Taylor to throw. And Shark calls it in. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10 now, it's Taylor. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Lions have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team. But he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Newton now to throw. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say that this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn the pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the gun, here's Newton. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Sharks got it left side and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Swift. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That makes no sense. You've got to understand your situations. You're in a goal-to-go situation, and instead you're dancing around, and instead of staying at least where you were, you end up losing yards for your team.
Second down and goal. Taylor. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Denzel Mims in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Play action. Now Taylor. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
There's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Flush to his right. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a carry for Swift. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Cody Barton there to bring him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. It's going to be a jet sweep. Newton bats it forward. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Newton to throw. And this will go to Carson out wide. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On 2nd and 9, Taylor. He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll run on first down. Swift stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock?
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Newton. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down, Swift, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Taylor going to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Taylor. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
They're trying to to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And that's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To the air again, Newton.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
He's airing it out for Williams.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off inside the 10.
And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.